Are you tired of mechs ruining your fun for the game you paid for? Well, don't I just have the solution? Let me introduce you to these bad boys right here. So, the one with the saw blade, this one over here, is called the Penetrator. And then this one here is the Molester V2. And this one right here is the Molester. So let me give you a demonstration of each and show you what each of them do against a small little mech like those invincible mechs that you keep seeing and so annoying. I'll show you what they do. So you see the target right there, the invincible mechs that, you know, you keep running into. They're quite annoying because they're all 5-year-olds, but so let me go through how this works. So you got up and you got down and you can turn it as well, so you got a little more, you know, width to the saw blade, and then you can turn it on. Right, still go up and down, and then you can turn it like that as well. Let me just show you what the Penetrator actually does. You know, he's coming at you, he's a bit annoying, he's mega gay. You turn it on, and you just splice him in half. Simple as that. I mean, you might lose your saw blade. I mean, you can just do what every invincible mech or mech user does in the middle of a fight. Simple as that. Every mech user, most mech users actually, not every, all of them repair in the middle of a fight. Alright, that's the Penetrator, as you see. So let me move on to the Molester, and then the Molester V2. Alright, now with the Molester, so let me go through it again. So, up, down, a bit more fast this time because, I mean, it's not as much weight, and I turned the speed up. You know, spin action, you'll see why the spin is important. And then turning it on. It's called the Molester for a reason, I'll show you. And also, you, as I've seen before, because I've tested these out in public servers, when you spin something this big, or try to anyway, what will happen is you will spin instead. So that's why I've got anchor pins where you can turn on and then anchor to the floor. So you grab the big bastard, you anchor to the floor, you lift him up, and you spin like that. Real simple. If he's a big cunt, then you just smash him on the ground a few times. Look, there you go. Even if you don't win, even if you take more damage than him, I mean, he still blew up, right? Even if you take more damage than him, you still end up more or less winning. Because even if this is broken at the top, you can still spin at it and ruin everything. So let me show that again. So anchor, up, spin. So the physics somehow make everything destroy. And if he's too big, just slam him against the ground a few times, you know? There we go. Look, simple as that. And then stop the spin, detach the anchor points, and drive away with a bit of hassle. But I mean, you can still drive away. There you go, there you go, drive away. Oh, nice and safe. Nice and safe, simple as that, easy work. Now, I'm gonna do that again, but I'm gonna do it with the Molester V2. Alright, here's the Molester V2. So basically, same thing as the other one, up, down, spin, grab. Same exact thing, but you might notice the fat ass saw blade. So I've come into an issue with this, right, where obviously I destroy myself more than I destroy them, and they bum me, right? So you grab them, you spin. Oh look, they're not destroying, they're not dying. So you stop the spin, you press R1, and then you bum them. Simple as that. It's the same process, so I'm gonna do that again. Grab, anchor, lift. Oh, I can't really spin them. That's alright. I'll just give them a little tickle, you know. Maybe lift them up a bit more, give them a little bit more of a tickle, give them a little bit of a spin. There we go. There you go, a little bit there. Spin them a bit more. So now it comes light enough where I can spin, slam them against the ground a few times, you know. You know how it goes. Maybe destroy myself in the process. You know, it all works. it all works how it's meant to. There you go, look. He's basically disabled and you both kind of lose. So, I mean, it's kind of a win-win. It's kind of more of a fun idea. And you know, you just like torture his dead body, you know, like that. Yeah, simple. Give him a little tickle. Alright, so I'm going to do this again because, yes, it can handle the big mechs, but it's way more effective in those... You know those mechs where you keep seeing they're really fast and they're annoying and then they try to fight you and then they bum you, right? I hate them. Everyone hates them. So this is my counter to it. So let me show you how it works with a small mech. Alright, you can see the small mech there now. I've ran into this mech many times. They're not as bad because they're not that annoying. They only got two little sword blades, two little blades on it. But I was going to show you how it works with a small mech. I found that you don't really have to anchor yourself in a small mech because they're small. So just give them a little spin and they rip themselves apart. Basically. There you go, look. And they're dead. I mean, it might be better to anchor, but look. The molester does it again. You barely take any damage. And yeah, simple as fucking that. Simple. The only reason this mech, these kind of mechs, I've only done them to counter these melee mechs because they are annoying. I tell you that, they are very annoying. I hate them so much that it prompted me to make these cunts. So let me get a actual invincible mech that you'll probably see quite often, and I'll show you what happens. I'll show you how the molester deals with this. I'm going to use the molester V2 for this demonstration, but you see, game is absolutely plagued with these fucking mechs. I actually hate them. So you grab the cunt out of the air, you slam yourself down. You can either just buzzsaw him right off like that. I mean, that's simple as that, really. I mean, it doesn't get any simpler than that, or you can just spin him to death. I mean, it gets no simpler than that. I have some clips. I will show you some demonstrations of what the molester V1 and the penetrator does. Oh, let me show you.